Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of 10 Minute Marvel. Today we're going to be talking about everything from New York City Comic Con. D23, dud. San Diego Comic Con, Marvel wasn't even there with the panel. New York City Comic Con, we actually have enough for an episode. So join us for that, for some, then a few other, actually one other rumor as well in the mix. And yeah, hopefully this podcast is as interesting as New York City Comic Con, not a San Diego Comic Con for you guys. I'm your host, Petter, and co-hosting, as always.
As always, it's the to the Trevor Slattery of this podcast, everybody. It's Greg. You're welcome. I'm back. So it's better. We're here together just for you. Thank you for coming back and listening. We always appreciate it. If you're looking for ways to support us, you can find us on our YouTube channel. Search 10 Minute Marvel. Give us a like and smash that subscribe button. Find and follow us on Facebook and that other thing with an X. Hashtag 10 Min Marvel there. And of course, you can leave a rating and review wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcast from. Petter, holy crap. We have news from a Comic-Con. Let's jump into that.
No, we're starting with the rumor, of course.
God darn it. Fine, we'll do the rumor.
Singular rumor this week. Only one I grabbed anyways. X-Men movie coming May of 2028. May 5th, 2028. That seems right-ish.
Everything seems a little right-ish in that it could be anything. I don't know.
Yeah. I've stated that I'd prefer if they do kind of couple characters in a movie and maybe have that first X-Men movie in 2029 to have like the team up thing, but you introduce mutants over like 3 movies before that or 2 movies before that. So I'm a little bit like, yeah, don't give me a team up movie as the first thing after Secret Wars, but that's me, and I think it makes a lot of sense for them to do X-Men there, so I kind of expect it.
Yeah, how much hand-holding are they going to do with this? You know, are they like,
Yeah,
your character, a couple characters at the beginning? I don't know. I think
people know the X-Men, so
yeah, and they also true, they do. And I think they just really want to get this thing going.
Yeah,
they're looking for some wins, I feel like, too.
Yeah.
So
I'd argue they've had a couple wins in a row here.
Some would argue against that still. Like, it's not like it's was not, for the end game and Infinity War, which that's what they're looking for. That's the goal.
Yeah,
it seems like.
Well, I think that's what the naysayers are looking for from some of the rumors that were coming out around Fantastic Four. Is Marvel and Disney were pleased with the numbers that Fantastic Four did. So I think that in the film industry, they've probably started to adjust their expectations for numbers properly just for films post 2020. And I think that there's a lot of people in the general audience or the people who make their money off of films, like off of talking about films, who haven't made that leap yet.
And I really just hope that they stop trying to. Everything seems to be. I'm generalizing a little bit here with pop culture and music, movies, TV. Everybody's trying to recreate what's already been done and just like rehash the past. And I don't want Marvel to do that here. I want them to just continue making good stories, obviously with good movies. I think that is always a win, no matter anytime. If that's your shooting or that's your North Star, that always, I feel like you win in the end.
Yeah, even if there's a movie that maybe doesn't make $1 billion. I mean, really, how many of the Marvel movies have made $1 billion?
Yeah.
How many movies, period, have made $1 billion?
Right.
Like there was a heyday in 2018, 2019. Yes.
Yeah. Avatars, those Marvel movies, Titanic, maybe back in the day.
Yeah. So I get it, but I'm also with you. And I think for the most part, both Kevin Feige and Bob Iger are tracking to that. I don't know that Bob Chapek did.
Probably not.
Just from how things were. But that was it for the rumors. I'm sure I could have dug up more, but
you didn't, and that's okay.
And a lot of them are rehash rumors. I'll say that something that popped up again, that we talked about 2 months ago, because a lot of these rumors kind of have that cycle to them.
Mm.
So our main topic is going to be the news. All the news I have comes from New York City Comic Con. Uh, Start off with comics wise. There's a series or an event happening summer 2026, The Queen in Black. So this seems like symbiotes. Um, there was, of course, the event with Null, which was the King in Black. So makes sense.
Cool. I'm looking that cover up. They have a cover.
No covers yet for
Nothing.
anything.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
storylines.
Just the announcement.
Wait, is it anything to do with Hela?
I don't. I didn't think so. Like the imagery that I saw for it was.
Oh, please let it be Hela.
I mean, if she gets a.
That's kind of fun, I think.
I mean,
Honestly, I'd like to see this come on the screen because that would just mean Kate Blanchett comes back. I can crush on
yeah.
that for a while. That's
So
weird.
looks like it does look like Hela, yes. But also Venom and the symbiotes. So
Okay.
yeah, seizing Null's throne, Hela declared herself the Queen in Black. So um, obviously that's quite different than
Venom
it
being
coming
the
to
queen
this.
of... Oh,
Well, it coming to the big screen, but
yeah.
yeah. And then they announced some other stuff too, like the long live the Sorcerer Supreme, who will step up and take the mantle. Basically, who in the MC or who in Marvel Comics is going to be the new Sorcerer Supreme.
Ned.
Gambit is
Just
front
kidding.
and center on the picture.
Oh,
Yep.
are you excited about that?
I am interested. I like it. I really like the comic magical side of things,
Hmm.
so that's good. Um, then they announced a new Iron Man run. Now, I say new Iron Man run. It's Iron Man comics are basically always continuing, but then you'll have a new person take over. So this one is Joshua Williamson and Carmen Canero are going to be leading the new Iron Man story starting in January. The Ultimate Universe, Ultimate Comics are kind of wrapping up. What does that mean? TBD. But the Ultimate Universe ends fairly often.
Oh,
Yes, it's not a. The Ultimate Universe ending is not a big deal. There's also an X-Men storyline, The Shadows of Tomorrow. Yeah, the next era in storytelling. I don't know if they're saying. I was curious. I don't see if they have like a writer who is leading that. So a lot of this is actually very normal for New York City Comic Con to have a lot of comic news. Like
sure.
that's where Marvel does their big comic announcements, not San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah. Oh, good
But
stuff. Good stuff.
to go along with that this year, that was a pretty fun panel. Now, neither Greg or I were there, but following, and you could follow along basically on our Facebook feed because I was posting stuff regularly as it came out during that hour-long panel. But yeah, there was a fair amount that they talked about.
Yeah, I was impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's just because the last two have, like you said, been duds.
Mm-hmm.
So only up from there.
Yeah. Shall we start with where Marvel started with?
Yes.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man coming back for season 2 in fall of 2026. Brad Winderbaum said Venom fans should be excited. Plus, I believe they said that Daredevil is going to be wearing his comic book red suit
Hmm.
in there as well.
Was he
So
not wearing his comic book red
it
suit
was
and
he was
was it
wearing the
yellow?
black one, if I'm or
Oh,
was it yellow? And then I think the black one. So it might have been the yellow one when he fought Spider-Man,
okay.
and then the black one when he was meeting up with Jean Falco.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it was red. Well, either way,
Yeah, I
glad to
don't
see
think
he'll
there
be
was a
back.
red one in there. I
Charlie
mean,
Cox doing the voice again, probably?
I would assume so. Yeah, yeah. What do you think about Venom? I mean, that's kind of what they set up.
Yeah.
A
I'm
little
cool with
bit of.
Venom. I think that'll be
Mhm.
fun. I think we also get um Nico, probably more from her, which I'm kind of
Yeah.
excited about her storyline.
Yes.
Um,
Very excited for
Obviously
that.
Tombstone. Yeah, there's lots of good stuff in there. So,
Hmm.
oh, I can't hope we get to see more Doc Ock. However, I can't remember that actor that is voicing
Yeah.
him, but it's so good.
Yeah. Well, and like with Pearl, we've had the hint at Nico's powers, but we haven't touched on Pearl's powers
Mm. Oh
because
yeah.
she's Wave.
Yep.
Um, and we know that Gwen Stacy is coming.
Yep.
We saw the art assets for that right after the first season was done. So there's a lot potentially to play around with in there. Plus, then the whole tease that Peter's father is alive and in prison.
Right.
So
Forgot about that.
mhm. I am super excited for season two. Obviously, I had Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man highly ranked on our list,
Yep.
but it is, yeah, it's just so much fun.
It was. It was a really pleasant surprise because it was, I think, one of my least anticipated.
I think it
I feel like
was
it was lower. It
it was
wasn't
either
the
your least or
lowest.
second least.
Yeah. Oddly enough, Eyes of Wakanda was up there further, and really, in the end, it ended up being almost flip-flop.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to
Mhm. Any other thoughts on this? Obviously, this is probably going to be a shorter episode of the 10-minute Marvel podcast,
that.
but just anything else you heard or any other
Um,
things you want to touch on with Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man?
I don't think so. I think there's just a lot of good story points that they can work off of from
Yeah.
Norman to I whatever happened to the Rhino? Was it the Rhino technically? The
Uh
female? I don't know. And that
no,
oh,
that
but
was
we
the
thought that
unicorn.
it was a unicorn. That's right.
Hmm.
But the brother we
Yes.
thought could be
He is some character.
yeah.
And
So
then like the chameleon was introduced. There's a lot of
oh
characters that have been
yeah.
introduced.
I have to go back and watch that, honestly. It's maybe what I'll do next. I'm in the middle of Moon Knight right now.
Oh yes.
Um, and thoroughly enjoying that for my only second time of watching. So
Nice.
I'll have to maybe do some friendly neighborhood Spider-Man next.
All right. X-Men 97 was the next thing they talked about. X-Men 97, they said going to be coming a summer of 2026. Brad Winderbaum has said that there's going to be a lot of romance in season two.
Ooh.
I don't know, steamier somehow.
Comic book steamy romance.
Hmm.
It's Dragon Petter's smut reading.
Yes. Um, Also, they shared an image of what Apocalypse is going to
Mhm.
look like as Apocalypse. Obviously, we're seeing a few different versions of that.
The only place that I'm okay with the big A on a belt is is in animation form.
Yes. Yeah, not a ton more on that one. Is there anything that stood out to you, Greg, about it?
Um, no, yeah, there wasn't a whole lot on it, I guess. I heard it's gonna be pretty dark.
Yes, we've heard that rumor, which
Did we
I'm
talk?
for.
Are you talking about the are you gonna go into the next season? Oh, that's a little bit further. Okay, never, I'll just wait off on that. I don't want to give away your notes here. I got nothing else. X-Men 97 season 2. It I'd be interested to see if they can top what they did last time.
Mhm.
So thickened
So,
story, like really
mhm,
thickened story, right? There's so much that they pack in there. And
yeah.
it's really fast moving.
Question for you. Which one now are you looking forward to more? X-Men 97 or Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man?
Hmm. Now that it's gonna have steamy romance in it,
Which one? I
God,
mean, they could have that in both.
I know, right? I right because I have Harry, right, and
Yep.
Nico, maybe.
Maybe.
Well,
Who
maybe
knows? Peter,
there could be a trouble.
Nico.
It could be a love triangle going on. I don't
Mhm.
know. That gets pretty hot
Well,
and heavy.
I mean, I think there's a throuple going on in the comics with,
The
like,
ruffle.
legitimately has been going on in the comics with Jean, Cyclops, and Wolverine.
Yeah, that's true.
So who
That's
knows?
to answer your question, it's oh man, I don't know. Like they both kind of fulfill a different like taste on the tongue, right? Like one's
Mhm.
sweet and the other one's kind of like sour and yeah. So it's like it depends on what I'm looking for. Well, I'm looking for
Mhm.
the fun, kind of lighthearted part. That I'm obviously more excited about Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. But if you want that more juicy storytelling, it's a little bit darker,
Mhm.
then
For
obviously
sure.
X-Men. So
I
um,
think. Personally, I think I'm looking a little bit more excited for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Obviously, like with the lists, I had that one ranked slightly higher, but I think it's just because it's so, I don't know, it feels different in some
Mm.
ways.
I think the young kid in me maybe just X-Men a little bit more, just
Yeah.
because
Yeah. I
it
mean,
brings me back.
both of us saw X-Men, the X-Men 97 or the X-Men series that led into X-Men 97, even if we
Yeah,
haven't necessarily watched it all because you couldn't watch on demand.
right.
I think.
Suck because all I saw were just like certain episodes over and over again. I never got to see the full thing, I think, until just recently. So,
Yeah, I haven't
like
actually sat
all
down
of
and
them.
watched the whole thing. Watched a chunk
Yeah.
of it, but I'm also tempted to go back and watch the 90s Spider-Man show too.
Mm. I've seen that come up a few times. I'm like, oh, that looks kind of that and like the Spidey friends.
Hmm.
I'm I feel like if my kids were to catch me watching that, I'd feel a little bit like shameful. I don't know. Or just I'd get some weird looks like, really, Dad?
Yeah, don't let them shame you.
I know, right? I should not.
Be like, what? You play Fortnite? This is
Yeah,
smarter than
you
that.
watch like adult videos that you shouldn't be watching. I'm gonna watch kids videos I should be watching. There, or even.
I
Suck at your back.
mean, I'd argue that probably everybody's fine watching the Spider-Man and X-Men shows. It's probably better than watching a lot of the other things that
Yeah,
are on TV now. So
yeah.
let's move on to Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil Born Again season 2 coming out in March. This has been rumored for a long time that it was going to be March, just
Yep.
officially confirmed now. Season 3 the is happening. Writers Room has been put together for that. They are working on the script, which lines up well because work on the script now, probably be ready to film about March, which is when they filmed season 2. And there was some footage that was shown at New York City Comic Con. Now, this footage was not released to the public, but that footage had Matt and Karen kissing,
Ooh,
Jessica
more steamy.
Jones appearing in the show, Foggy showing up somehow. Uh, Details yet to be confirmed as to how. I'm sure that was not confirmed at all in the footage how.
It
And
wasn't like a dreamy waving
yeah.
like background haze.
Yeah. And Fisk doing some boxing. I,
Interesting.
yeah. Honestly, this is a show that, as compared to like the other footage that was shown there that wasn't released, I don't really need to see any of the footage for Daredevil Born Again season 2 because I already generally like much more so than X-Men 97 or Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I feel confident as to where Daredevil Born Again is going next.
Hmm.
I'm excited for that, but I feel confident as to where it's going.
Yeah, I don't really crave any sort of teasers for it necessarily. Rick, like you said, you know where it's going, you know what it looks like, you know how they're shooting it, you know this well, the storyline you don't really know, but um
You kind of do.
yeah, I mean you kind of do, but I don't need any hints on this. I
Yeah.
just give me just give me a show, a season that's all shot at the same time by
Yes.
the same people.
Yes.
Um, I'm curious about the boxing though. Like, is that why is why is Fist boxing? I mean, I know he could probably
It's doing something to stay in shape.
right, and so I'm just kind of wondering, are they not going with the larger? Does D'Onofrio not want to get that really big, and so they're working this into the plot where he's more fit, or maybe because like he at the beginning of this season of the first season, he was really mindful of what he was eating and what he was
Yes and
doing,
no.
right? And then he kind of like lets himself go towards the end and kind of goes back to his old ways.
Right.
And so,
That that being mindful of what he was eating, I think was Maurer meant to parallel like he is putting on this good front. I don't think he was ever actually being all that mindful about what he was eating, but it's like his mayoral appearance and what he's eating, both of those are being presented to look good. And then we see kind of that gluttony, that uh more
mob
classic
boss. Yeah.
fist, yeah, mob boss side, and they demonstrate the difference between the clean mayor look and the mob boss like angry side by the food. So I don't think that he was ever truly doing what he was supposed to.
Right. He probably always had Adam. Was it Adam? Is that the guy's
Yeah.
name? He's probably always going down there
Yeah.
eating a big old bowl of pasta, even after
Hmm.
his nice light breakfast.
Yes.
Um, I forget about that. Like, it just, I was curious because I'm like, what are they trying to portray with the boxing thing? Is it
Yeah.
him getting ready, being more ready for, being a threat to Daredevil? Like,
Yeah.
I think it's probably what they're trying to portray there.
I'm assuming it's
And he was a
like,
threat technically in the
mhm.
first, well, in the Netflix series, but
Yeah.
so
I think, yeah, it's kind of getting back to that threat nature of it, but I think also potentially the idea being that he's no longer playing political games. Like he's throwing his weight around. He's throwing his power
yeah,
around. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Or maybe he just wants to be able to go one on one confidently with Daredevil.
yeah.
Then, if I keep going in order, the next thing up is Wonder Man. So, Wonder Man, we got a teaser, we got a trailer, and we got confirmation of the dates. It's no longer this year, January 27th. I believe all the episodes are dropping at once.
Seemed to be that way. Eight
Yeah,
episodes.
8 episodes, about half an hour each.
Yeah. So they bumped this because of what's coming out in December, I'm assuming.
There's nothing coming out in December.
Oh, well, I mean, um, Stranger Things is coming out in December.
Yeah, Stranger Things has their finale coming out in December. Brad Winderbaum didn't say that specifically, but he'll. I'm assuming that they've also looked at the numbers for things like What If seasons 2 and 3, just being like the numbers are okay. Like
Yeah.
you and I love having an episode every night during the holidays to watch and get away from family. I mean, no, no, I meant that.
What? Yeah. That's
But I think there's a lot of people who don't. I think there's a lot of people who will just wait until all the episodes are out, watch it sometime after New Year's, maybe New Year's Day when they're hungover.
right. They're watching, yeah, they're nursing a hangover. They got they got the repeat of Christmas Vacation going and
Mm-hmm.
the Christmas Story and all that just on
Yeah.
full day watch.
Yeah.
So,
So that was kind of what Brad Winderbaum was saying was the idea of like, well, people are gonna they're watching Elf, they're watching um all these different Christmas shows, movies, things like that. They're they're not going to pick up something that based off of the teaser and the trailer, it's very much about Hollywood and what it's like to be an actor in some ways.
mhm.
And so I think that he's just, and probably rightfully so, it's just not going to be something that people would gravitate towards watching. And it's not like What If, where What If you could easily watch it with your family. This one, people don't know.
Yeah. It's an introduction to a new character.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. And this might be all we ever get of this new character, for all we know, but we'll have to see how the series goes.
mhm.
But what did you think of the teaser and the trailer?
Um, I thought that, I mean, the teaser itself, it looked interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised that the trailer came out shortly after. I was expecting it to be a bit more time in between. I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
they were going to just toss out the trailer right away. Um, I
It made sense because the teaser came out a couple days prior to the New York City Comic Con panel. So it was like teaser, get people reminded, ready, hyped a little bit for a potential trailer coming out to the audience there.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It seemed okay.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Slattery seems like he's going to be Trevor Slattery and, bring some of the comic beats to it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, dual
I didn't,
between. I liked him in
yeah,
that.
I just didn't get a really good sense of, hey, this show is going to be different or unique. And that's kind of what I'm expecting, or that what rumors have been. It's, that this one is a little bit more unique. And maybe that's because Yaya's playing kind of himself, trying to get the part, I think is how that maybe was rumored to be. It doesn't really present itself as
But
that,
no,
but
he is referred to as the character's name. So
is he?
Walter, yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it just doesn't feel like it's much of anything.
yeah. I think that what we saw in the trailer, everything is from the first two episodes. I don't think there's nothing that feels like it's outside of kind of an introduction to
Yeah.
this. I
So go ahead.
I was gonna say I liked the teaser. I think I actually liked the teaser slightly better than I liked the trailer because both of them kind of set up the same premise
Yeah.
that this crazy eccentric, I should say, eccentric director is coming out of retirement to kind of recreate his masterpiece or his cult classic film of Wonder Man, which gave me like Star Trek vibes, like the original Star Trek show.
Uh, oh, the when you saw the movie itself,
Yeah.
it's that reminded me of
Also, Flash
yep.
Gordon
There we go.
and yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. It's total Flash Gordon
yeah,
looking. So
yeah. It's going for a very specific aesthetic there, and then I like the idea of like, okay, this is being remade, and I thought there was a interesting line, and we just rewatched the trailer before the podcast here, but something I had remembered from it before was the line about how the director wants to blur fiction and reality, like this last great film. So I think that we're going to have Walter Simons. That's
think
the
so.
name.
That
Yeah.
sounds right. Yeah. That's how known this character is.
Yeah. I mean, he is relatively well known in the comics, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that we're going to see him get his powers. Like that's what the director is referring to between blending those two lines is he's actually going to give him the powers for the film for this character, and that is going to lead into crazy questions and scenarios.
So Simon Williams.
Simon Williams, there we
There
go.
we go. I looked it up just because I was like, something didn't seem right there. Simon Williams. I and that director, first of all, the director, I'm like, why does that guy look so familiar? I was trying to think, is he in a Marvel movie? No, he's in this Superman movie. And that's I was like, oh, and he plays kind of he doesn't play a director in the Superman, but he plays a villain. So
Mhm.
or a dictator, I should say. Yeah, one and the same.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
it's
I was
I kind
thinking
of
Walter Simonson, by the way, who is a longtime comic creator, worked on Thor for
oh,
years.
yeah. Well, you're in the right vein then. That's
Mhm.
good. Uh, it's interesting. You're right. I didn't pick up on that line, but it does make me kind of wonder, is it, no pun intended, but is it something where that director isn't really a director? I mean, he looks a little bit crazy, right? He
You see a
looks kind of,
scroll. No.
yeah, right? Oh my gosh. God, that'd be funny. Um, just why not, Marvel? Do it. Um, I wonder if that's if just how extravagant he's living. What else is he a part of? Because he's coming out of
Mhm.
retirement. I wonder if he's got some other hidden past. Is it him that does this to
Mhm.
Simon Williams, or who else would do this, right? Like who
Mhm.
would give him the powers?
Or so the rumors are have been that the Grim Reaper is going to be in the show, who is Simon's brother. Could it be a situation where Simon is looking to get ahead
Mm,
for this role? And so he goes to his brother who deals with shady stuff to get powers too.
yeah,
And then the question becomes like, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to do for success?
yeah.
And that becomes, I think there's a lot of potential interesting premises or interesting directions for the character to go. So I'm excited to see what it is, but the trailer was okay.
Yeah.
The
I mean, it's
teaser the teaser was better because it just that felt like it gave us that tiny snippet,
yeah.
and it was like, okay, got some plot idea now. And then the trailer was like, yeah, basically the same thing.
I think it's also supposed to put a little bit of a mirror up to Hollywood, right? That's kind of
Yes.
what it's supposed to do.
Yeah,
Kind of
I
like the
think.
studio does, Seth Rogen's studio, like
Mhm.
kind of putting a mirror up there. And I think that's also what's intended. So that theme of what would you do? What are you willing to sacrifice for this part?
Yeah.
So
to re- it seems like Simon is relatively like he's must have had some success in Hollywood,
Mm.
because he's like he has his agent. His agent doesn't seem to be, or manager or whatever she is. She doesn't seem like she's hurting for money. Let's put it that way. So it doesn't seem like he's scrapping it up with somebody who is also just trying to get by.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what it's all about when it drops. Oh, and I wanted to say the other interesting thing that I noticed, or that from the trailer, is the previous trailer, the previous teaser, like before these two things, it had always looked like Trevor Slattery was kind of a mentor to Simon,
Right.
but this clearly sets up that they are both going for the same role.
And like they're contenders, and
Yeah.
or they kind of get to that final round. It looks like, along with
Yeah.
some other people in that room that
Mhm.
in that mansion. But yeah, I which is interesting in and of itself. Like
Yeah.
what's the director's idea here? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. This feels like we got the premise for the first two episodes, and then it's gonna go crazy.
yeah, which that'd be great.
Yes.
A nice pleasant surprise, right? Because it looked, again, the trailer looked a little bit
It was,
it was a trailer.
yeah. It felt like I mean, you talk about the studio.
Hmm.
It felt like what you would expect an HBO light comedy show
Yeah.
would do about Hollywood.
Quick, fast-paced cuts.
Yeah.
That music, that
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of music that is. But that's what it sounds like in my head. So
Yeah. No, I understand what you're going for there. Then this is the one that I wasn't sure that we would get anything on, but Paul Bettany was there. Have confirmation of Vision Quest coming in 2026, rumored to be summer of 2026. I've seen that one pop up since the panel event. I don't I don't think there's any confirmed sources on that. I'm sure that this is somewhat just, let's make sure that all our ducks are in a row with this, and we figure out how we want to drop this around Spider-Man Brand New Day. Oh yes, it is. And Avengers Doomsday. So they're just getting all those things lined up.
hmm.
But there was a fair amount that was talked about there.
Yeah, first of all, I'm just happy that they kept the title of the show. I was kind
Mm-hmm.
of wondering if it would get switched, but I do like Vision Quest. Um,
And it's confirmed to be like there had been a rumor last week that, oh, maybe they're thinking about a Vision Quest season two. It seems like that this is just the trilogy.
yeah, the WandaVision, Agatha, and this
Yep.
capping that trilogy off, which and there's been some vibes about how it has those same vibes as what Wanda kind of had.
Like, yeah,
Um,
the footage that was showed had some of the eerie tones, qualities of the WandaVision trailers, is what was said.
good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they got some
Let's
characters.
Yeah, let's dive into those characters. The Vision show is going to have human. I didn't do air quotes because this is a audio medium, but imagine air quotes around the word human. Versions of Tony Stark's AI bots, including Ultron, Jarvis, Friday, Edith, and Dummy. Do you remember who Dummy is?
It's the arm, whatever
Yes.
that like also sprays the fire extinguisher, I think, on
Yes.
Tony. Yep. It took me. I had to look that up. I'll be honest, because I saw it. I'm like, dummy. Then
Mhm.
I looked it up. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. Um, so human, again, quotation marks, versions of Tony Stark's AI bots. Ultron, cool. We obviously know that that's going to be James Spader.
Yep.
Super excited for that. Jarvis
James
is
Darcy is back.
So he was the one from Peggy Carter. That
Yes, Agent Carter. Yeah.
I say Peggy Carter. Yes, Agent Carter. Friday, who was actually what actress was that?
Good question, Greg. Great question.
Oh, there's
Uh,
Edith. Edith. Oh, Edith is from Schitt's Creek. I'll look her up while you're looking her up. We should really do better at this.
no, no. Doing better is for chumps. Um, so Edith is Emily Hampshire, according to this. Um,
And
um,
correct. Yep, that's her.
Mary McDonnell for Friday, I
Mary.
believe. I'm just looking at the cast list, and then not shown in the trailer, but has been rumored, Tanaya Miller as Jocasta.
J
Um,
Jocasta?
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then not in the teaser or little clip video. Farhan Tahir Raza from the original Iron Man, and then Todd Stashwick was not in the trailer as well, and he's been rumored to be Paladin.
Okay.
But I like, I really like the idea of, and I'll talk quickly about what the teaser footage showed, because the teaser footage showed Vision struggling. Like he has the memories from Vision now, but the White Vision is struggling to connect like with the emotions and like not just treat it fully as an analytical conundrum
Hmm.
to be solved. And
That is
then,
really interesting. That
mhm, yeah,
I
and
when I
then
heard that, I was really excited that they're taking it that direction.
yeah,
So
I love the idea that this vision, in an attempt to connect those emotions back in, maybe creates a a neighborhood with all these different Stark AIs, and maybe even creates his own family, like with Viv and Vin. I forget what his wife's name is in the comic. But he tries to create a situation where he's hoping that the emotions can reconnect because he knows he's missing something.
yeah.
Of course, that has a downside, is because he's recreating Ultron or bringing Ultron in.
Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
I got to learn how to have that hate emotion, right? I guess he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't hate. He
No,
pities.
yeah.
It's good. It's a good premise,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just super rich for storytelling, I think,
Oh,
in
yeah.
that kit, right? And so if you have the right writers to do this that can tap
Mm-hmm.
into that emotion and those feelings, yeah.
And the lack of them.
And the right, just that lack of, right? And to for somebody that's just trying to understand what emotions are, especially to tie them to a history and a past that he knows, sees, and understands, but can't connect to, it's pretty genius. So
Mm-hmm. And also confirmed there was that Vard Malika, Rarid, Rude, yeah, we've never
what?
pronounced it correctly, I'm sure, is going to be Tommy Shepard. So, like, that was confirmed. Now we know where Tommy Shepard is. And I think that even brings in some interesting elements too, kind of around the idea of emotion and things like that, because we got from Agatha all along that, like, when Wiccan's finding a body to put the soul into, that like this is not somebody who's had a good life. Like this is somebody who's had a really rough life, probably has anger issues, probably has a lot of stuff like that. And so maybe seeks out Vision, like pieces together some of the memories and is like, okay, yeah, I need a, like, I don't belong here, so I'm going to run away. And how does White Vision deal with a human who probably has a lot of very big emotion around everything? I could really see
Right.
that tying into it.
Well, does he recognize that it's Tommy? And so that's
Does That's a great question. Or is this a, does Tommy run away to Vision?
yeah.
And
And
so now Vision has to figure out, it's like the pet, in particular cats, that just decide, I'm adopting you as a human. And you're like, okay, I I wasn't planning on adopting a cat, so I don't know what to do. In Vision's case, you're my dad. Um, okay, I don't understand, but you're here now, so I don't know what to do.
yeah, it's like Buddy the Elf in Elf, right?
Mm-hmm,
Uh, um, yeah, that's it. It's a really, it could, that could be the thing that helps him connect, right?
mm-hmm.
Because lacking in a soul stone, lacking in, well, just any human emotion,
Yeah.
it's could be his one way to do it. But he's got to, it feels like they're going to have to work through something, right? Like there's going
Yes.
to be lots of feelings that Tommy has, but Vision doesn't have, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Again, rich with possible story arcs.
yeah. I'm so excited for this one. I The first two obviously have not disappointed really at all.
Any chance, any chance we catch any sort of glimpse of Wanda in this
Um,
or Agatha,
I mean, I think Agatha and Wiccan are more likely than Wanda.
like last episode post credit kind of thing?
Post credit, yeah. Like they find honestly, I think it'd be more interesting if they don't find Vision and Tommy, but at the end it's Vision with like Viv, maybe Vin, and Tommy find Wiccan and Agatha.
Hmm.
It's like for all that they were trying to do to find what had happened, who this Tommy is, it's they're the ones who are actually found. And Vision can make some line about like the family is back together as much as it can be, or something like that. And Agatha could tease, actually, like I'm hearing rumors of something.
Hmm.
Obviously, though, if you tease that, you have to be ready to push go on a Scarlet Witch
Right.
movie or something.
Right. Because you're kind of continuing on that story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas it seems like what could maybe happen is if we do see her again, she's gonna maybe be deep within more Krakoa, or doing that. They'll put her there
Yeah.
versus having her continue into this story arc. So you're right. They would have to be fully ready to jump and do
Mm-hmm.
something with Wanda. So
Yeah.
um
I could also see potentially this could be a good leaping off point for champions. Like use that kind of
yep.
at the end to set up champions and don't even touch Wanda. But then, as part of like the first season of Champions, we find out that Wiccan and Tommy have like a kind of a secret objective of they're trying to get their mother back
Hmm.
too. And so like that's some of the internal conflict. And like Chthon or something could be the first villain.
Yeah. Yeah, I am looking forward to this one. Um, just through this conversation, it now kind of opens up my brain to all these different possibilities that it could be. So it's even better. I'm excited. What else we
So
got?
that is it. That
That's it?
is that is New York City Comic Con. Five different things, and Greg, I'm going to put you and myself on the on the on the spot for it, based off of everything that we heard. Now, I want to phrase this particularly. What is the one that? What are the top two that you're most excited, like most additionally hyped up for, based off of what was talked about at New York City Comic Con, and just overall taking out the New York City Comic Con like kind of bias of everything recently. What two are you most generally excited for? So which ones had the biggest spike in excitement, and which ones are the most exciting to you?
Um, and this is not recency bias, I guess. This is I'm
Well, the
gonna
first
say,
one is kind of recency bias. It's
well,
like
I
what?
mean, like
Yeah,
my choice for it is not
yeah.
because I'm saying because we just talked about it. I think Vision Quest is gonna be.
That spiked. Yeah,
It
the
did.
most.
It's yeah. So that one spiked just right now for me. So I mean, I was excited about it, but just having this conversation, like I said, has jumped it up a level. So then the second would be, um, I wanted to be more excited for Wonder Man. I
Yeah,
did, but I think
it didn't spike.
it didn't.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So I think for me, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, uh, yeah, a little extra bump there came about with this. So, just because of some of the potential and all the fun characters that it is, and knowing what they did in season one
Yes.
will continue on in season two, I think it's gonna be fun.
So I'm with you as to which two spiked
Cool.
too. Like I
Now,
agree on both of those.
okay.
Now, out of those five, like obviously we can't fully remove the fact that they spiked, but which which are the two that you are just going to be most curious about? Like, are you anticipating most?
I was anticipating Wonder Man a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I don't want to count that out because I think that once we maybe get a little bit more from the trailer, because there's
Yeah.
going to be another trailer, right?
Yes.
So I think they're going to toss in some things that are going to make you be like, oh, this is interesting, or this is more unique, or a different take on a character. So I don't want to count that out yet. So that's going to stay in there for me.
Hmm.
Um, so the second one, I guess, yeah, it would still have to be Vision Quest. I feel like, is this the same? Oh, wait, so outside of New York Comic Con and just anything, are we talking only
No,
like
just
shows
these
and that?
five.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Vision Quest
Yeah.
is got to be, even though we got very little on it, we got something.
Yeah.
So
I would actually agree with you
are we agreeing fully?
fully.
Holy
Yeah.
crap. Mark this day, everybody.
Those two, I think I think some of the reason is because they're the two new ones, and live action does, as much as I love your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, live action tends to trump kind of any like animation when it
Yeah.
comes to what I anticipate. And while I liked Daredevil Born Again season one a lot, these are two brand new shows. So I just anticipated a little bit more. And I think some of that too is because I look at Daredevil Born Again and go, I'm quite confident that I know the generalities of what's going to be happening with it.
Hmm.
And it sounds good, but it's not the type of thing that makes me go, oh yeah, this is what I'm here for. This is the most exciting thing for me.
Hmm.
Like just story type wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Agreed.
let us know though what your kind of spiked excitement, what spiked the most for you, and what you anticipate the most. You can do that over on Facebook or X. Greg told you how at the beginning. Obviously, then YouTube as well. Drop a comment on this podcast episode over there to let us know. I think I can throw 5 things maybe on a YouTube poll. If I can, I will do that on the community or posts tab as well that you can vote on there. But with that, thank you so much for listening. Again, Greg gave a few ways you could help support the podcast at the beginning. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/nerdologists. The funds go to help improve the quality of this podcast, as well as the Months and People's YouTube channel, the 10-Minute Marvel YouTube channel, and nerdologists.com website. But with that, we'll see you next time.
Take care, everybody. Bye.